This short training session is an introduction to Estim for the wrist and finger extensors. It is part of this series of training sessions with a core focus on increasing the quality and intensity of rehabilitation for people with motor impairments after stroke. There are lots of different Estim machines on the market. We will not be addressing how to use your individual machine. Please refer to your own manufacturer's handbook for this. This presentation will be looking at electrode setup for wrist extensors and finger extensors. There will be a link to manufacturer websites on our HiReps internet page. Please see the Introduction to Estim training video for the contraindications to Estim. This is the basic starting point for a hand opening setup. A good starting point for a basic hand opening setup is to use the rule of 3. The distal electrode should be 3 finger spaces from the ulnar styloid and 3 finger spaces between the electrodes, with half an electrode space offset laterally, as shown in the diagram. If you're using a device which is an active, so a black electrode, and indifferent, red electrode, most commonly the setup will be more effective if the active electrode, the black one, is more proximal, as shown in the picture.
So for a basic hand opening setup, we're going to take from the ulnar styloid 3 finger space and then place the first electrode lengthways along the arm. You then have another 3 finger space and place the next electrode proximally and closer to the elbow with about half an electrode width offset. If you have electrodes with a black and red pin, place the black closer to the elbow proximally and the red closer to the wrist distally. Plug the other end of the wire into the device. You can then slowly and gently turn up the current little by little until you see a response. The response you get can be changed by altering the position of the proximal electrode.
This slide is taken from the OML website and gives a good idea of how you can adjust the electrode position to alter the hand, wrist and finger position during stimulation. For example, by moving the top proximal pad up, it will create some more wrist extension and less finger extension. By moving it down, there will be less wrist extension and more finger extension. Moving it more sideways will either create more ulnar or radial deviation. By changing the active and indifferent leads available in certain models can affect the thumb, fingers and the wrist. The electrode positions detailed in the previous slides are a starting point, but adjustments can be made to optimize the final hand position. For more information, visit the website at the bottom of the slide. Here is the position for the SaberStim 1. The angle of the wings can be adjusted on the device. Please refer to the Saber YouTube channel for more information on this device. We would like to thank the Squire programme for the initial funding for our High Reps Upper Limb project. We would also like to thank all the clinicians involved in this collaborative work from the University Hospitals Dorset, Dorset Healthcare and Dorset County Hospital. The information provided in this training session reflects current best evidence in stroke care and is provided in good faith. However, this information is of a general nature only and is not intended to address the specific circumstances of any particular clinical scenario. It is a responsibility of the healthcare professional accessing this training to interpret, judge and apply their learning using their own clinical decision making and as relevant to each individual scenario. The High Reps team and their employing organisations do not accept responsibility for error, misinterpretation or negligence caused by reliance on the information contained within this training. Thank you for listening.